Hey guys, I just wanted to make a video about just little ideas of how you can encourage in yourself and the different ways that I use to encourage myself, especially after I was going through my most tough times. So I just want to show you what I did. I don't know if you guys are gonna see the whole thing, but here's what I did. I wrote a quote board and I wrote a bunch of quotes that that just helped to encourage me. And okay, so some of the quotes are my favorite quote, which is from Oscar Wilde. What seems to us as bitter trials are often blessings in disguise. And I have like other things on here like humble yourself, and I'll read like two more. You can't conquer what you won't confront, and that is from TD Jakes. I remember I was listening to a sermon and that was something that he said. And another thing that is I think that it's most important to know or to remember is where there's a will, there's a way. And so I just wanted to share my little quote board with you guys because I shared my down times with you all, but I also wanted to let you know that this channel is not only about sharing my stories with you, but it's also about rebuilding and how I rebuilt myself and how I moved forward from those things, and sharing that with you guys so that you guys can who may be going through things right now or who have gone through things just recently, and you're trying to rebuild yourself, so you guys can have ideas about what other people did, and since I lived my story and I've lived my rebuilding and I'm still rebuilding. You're supposed to build for the rest of your life, but I've gone through my time where I had to figure out on my own how to encourage myself. There's a gospel song that says that like you have to encourage yourself. I'll find it and play it at the end for you guys, so like some of the words of it. And I think basically it's just saying, like you can't, you have, sometimes you just have to get down and encourage yourself. Like everybody can't pat you on the back and rub your back and help you with everything, because everybody else has a life too. And that was something that I learned firsthand, is like I wasn't big on asking for help, but also there were times when I couldn't imagine just not having a break. Like I need a break, I need help. And still at that time, like I didn't have someone to help me because everybody has their own life, and I had to learn how to encourage myself. Or like for babies, sometimes you have to teach them how to self-soothe. You can't pick them up every time they cry. So for grown-ups, it's encouraging yourself. When you feel down, there's not always going to be somebody there when you call them to put down everything that they're doing and say, you're okay, I'm here for you. Sometimes you have to say to yourself, I'm okay. And I know that I made a decision to live my life a certain way now and to build myself. And you have to really stick to that and know that this is just a moment. Like I'm having a moment and it's hard right now, but I'll be all right after this moment. I'll still be moving forward. I'll still be going towards the next step of my life. So that's all I wanted to talk to you about, guys. And I wanted to show you my little quote board, show you what I did. I just, bought the board from like Staples, and then I bought some Sharpies, a bunch of like little Sharpies. I got them in every color. I probably would have done everything in purple, but I wanted it to be colorful. But I really love purple, as y'all already know. And you guys can do anything. Like if you want to get a huge dry erase board and put it up on your room, in your room wall, put it up on your room wall. Can't speak English. that's even better, because maybe you can write one quote for the day, or that you can concentrate on and really say to yourself, this is my goal for the day. Or maybe you can write a bunch of quotes, and as time goes, you'll develop and find more and more quotes, and the older quotes that maybe don't hold as true to you anymore, you can just take those out and put the newer quotes in that place, and that shows that you have growth. You know, I don't need that quote that says, from Lord Chesterfield, that says, if you have an hour, will you not improve that hour instead of idling it away? Because I've used that and I've ingrained that in me so much. Like, the way I made that a part of me is like, I got a second job and I was in school full time, and like I was going 7 days a week, and it just helped me to know, like, stay busy, stay upbeat, stay ahead of your emotions, keep moving forward. And that doesn't mean kill you overloading yourself with things. That's just what I needed to do. That's the way that I applied that that quote to my life, and it really made a big difference. And instead of just sitting around and saying, oh, why is this my life, why did this happen to me, blah blah blah, like, I didn't do that. I made sure I just moved forward, and I like plunged into bettering myself and making myself happy. You know, things like, he who pursues righteousness and love finds life, prosperity, and honor. That's from Proverbs 21:21. Like, that's something that if I had a dry erase board, I would never erase that, because not that it's not ingrained in me, but that's something, like, you know, it says pursue. So that's something that's forever ongoing. That's something that you'll always be doing. You'll always be looking to be righteous. You'll always be, you know, looking to have life and prosperity and honor and things like that. Like, you'll always be looking to have more and more of that, because that's the way to live, you know, to always look to have more of those things. So I would never erase something like that, you know. And there's also one that I have here from Psalms. It's Psalms 18:28, and it says, you, O Lord, keep my lamp burning. My God turns my darkness into light. That quote is like a reminder. It's a reminder every time I do have a bad day or a bad moment. That quote is a reminder, and it tells me, you know, no matter what I'm going through, God is always going to make a way for this to turn out to be for my good. After I lost my twins, I said to myself, I need to develop myself. I need to work on self-development, and I need to do things that I wasn't doing before. Go out and learn how to do mixed martial arts. I would have never learned that I really love mixed martial arts, and I really love you know, physical fitness now. Even more, I really would love to help others heal through physical fitness, which opened me up to the realization that I wanted to be a physical therapist, and opened me up to the realization that I want to do school a certain way and get certain grades so that I can get into those programs for physical therapy, because they're so competitive. God always turns a dark situation and shines his light on it, and he shows you that it's not the end. I'm just glad I got to share this quote board with you, and it's not full, but it can still be filled. I'm still growing and I'm still learning, and I hope that this helps, you know, someone who might be needing to have an idea of how they can encourage themselves. The most therapeutic part about this board is actually researching the quotes, and my quotes are predominantly from the Bible and from sermons that, like, I got from TD Jakes or other little sayings that I probably saw on, like, Instagram or Facebook or something like that. Probably Facebook at that time. And then I just wrote them down. When I saw them, I wrote them down on my board, and I did whatever I could to make myself feel better. I'm gonna show you some other little books that I read too. So I read Joyce Meyer's Battlefield of the Mind, and that was pretty awesome. I have the workbook, but I didn't really read it with the workbook. I read it first, and then I saw the workbook in the bookstore after, and I was like, oh, it's a workbook to this, and I'll read it over. But I never read it over. But this is really good. It's really good for people who are trying to understand maybe how to handle being attacked with negative thoughts and things like that, from a biblical standpoint. This is good. T.D. Jakes, there are 2 T.D. Jakes books, and one is God's Leading Lady, and the other one is The Lady, Her Lover, and Her Lord. Now, I am single, so this book ran higher on my list than this one. But the good thing about rebuilding yourself is that you get to read ahead or learn ahead about the things that you will need to know or need to incorporate into your life. So the good thing about reading this book is learning that you know, he basically was saying, you know, just develop yourself as a woman. His insight on that woman who's developing herself and also trying to be the woman that God created her to be in a relationship. So that is good. But this book here, I have been trying to read it for the longest. It's not because it's not a good read, but my attention span is sometimes not long enough, so I haven't finished it yet. But this book right here, it is called Lady in Waiting. Guys, you want to get this book. Like, this book will help redirect you. And everybody is not going to choose to be celibate or abstinent, you know, until marriage. Everybody's not going to choose to do that, but this book really does help you to go on that journey and not go it alone. This book was really helpful. It's really helpful because I'm still reading it. This book is really helpful for rebuilding. If you haven't learned these lessons at home, or if you have and you just need a refresher, like, these books are really good. Guys, I really hope that this video may help encourage you or help you to learn how to encourage yourself a little better. If you have any questions, anything like that, please put your comments down below, and all my information is below. My email, my Twitter, my Facebook. Please definitely write me on any of those places. And everybody who's already following me or subscribe to my channel, please share this with people. Share this on your Facebook pages, your Twitters, anything. Just, I would appreciate it very much. So thanks guys for watching, and I will see you on the next video. Bye.
Gotta pat your